Jack grabbed his phone and pushed a 2-digit code. It would be just after noon in Frankfurt. While he waited for the connection to be made, Jack picked up his melting ice pack and held it to the back of his sore neck. John Clark answered on the first ring. "Hey John, it's Jack. Something popped up. It's not going to knock your socks off, but it looks semi-promising. How do you feel about taking a side trip to Paris?" 6. 100 miles south of Denver, Colorado, on Highway 67, a 640-acre complex of buildings, towers, and fences sprawls across the flatlands in the shadows of the White Mountains. Its official name is the Florence Federal Correctional Complex, and its designation in the nomenclature of the Bureau of Prisons is United States Penitentiary Administrative Maximum, ADX Florence. The Bureau of Prisons classifies its 114 prisons into 5 levels of security, and ADX Florence is alone at the top of this list. It is also in the Guinness World Records as the most secure prison in the world. It is America's tightest supermax prison, where the most dangerous, the most deadly, and the hardest to hold prisoners are. Among the security measures are laser tripwires, motion detectors, night vision capable cameras, automatic doors and fences, guard dogs, and armed guards. No one has ever escaped from ADX Florence. It is unlikely anyone has even escaped a cell at ADX Florence. But as difficult as it is to get out of the Alcatraz of the Rockies, it is perhaps equally hard to get in. There are fewer than 500 inmates in Florence, out of a total U.S. federal prison population of more than 210,000. Most regular federal prisoners can more easily find acceptance to Harvard than Florence. 90% of ADX Florence's convicts are men who have been taken out of the population of other prisons because they pose a danger to others. The other 10% are high-profile or special risk inmates. They are housed predominantly in general population units that give the inmates in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day, but allow a level of non-physical contact among the inmates and, by visits, mail, or phone calls, the outside world. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, is in the general population D unit, along with Oklahoma City conspirator Terry Nichols and Olympic bomber Eric Robert Rudolph. Mexican drug lord Francisco El Piti Arellano is housed at Florence in the general population as well, as is Lucchese mob family underboss Anthony Gaspipe Picasso, and Robert Philip Hansen, the FBI traitor who sold American secrets to the Soviet Union and then Russia for 2 decades. The H unit is more restrictive, more solitary, and here inmates face SAMs, Special Administrative Measures, Bureau of Prisons parlance for the rules for housing the especially